Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about what is mitosis. And mitosis is really just a very fundamental process in cells, and it's just a whole set of steps within the process of cell reproduction in eukaryotic cells. So as usual, let's go ahead and look at the textbook definition of mitosis, which is cell division that occurs in eukaryotic cells in which each cell receives a copy of the original chromosomes. So there's some key words that you should really note here. So first of all, it's cell division, meaning that there's going to be one original cell and it's going to sort of split into two different cells. And then second is this occurs in eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells have a slightly different way of reproducing, which is, completely different from mitosis in and itself. So do not confuse the two. And also, the most important part in this definition is receiving a copy of the original chromosomes. So cell division is this whole process, has like a whole bunch of steps, and like this middle process and the most important process is the copying of the original chromosomes, because in order for the new cells to be sufficient, they must have identical DNA to that original cell. And so mitosis is really the process in which the DNA is being copied and transferred to the new cells that are splitted from that one original cell. So that's basically what mitosis is. But also it's important to note, why mitosis is important, first of all. Why do our cells need to reproduce? So let's go ahead and talk about that next. So what are the importances, right? So the first is growth and development. In order for us to have sufficient cells, we just need to make new cells. We need to get rid of the damaged ones and just keep, the new reproducing cells are just nourishing our body. And the next one, which I kind of mentioned before, is replacing damaged cells. We get so many, small injuries throughout the day, such as cuts and bruises. And when we do get these injuries, all the cells are kind of being damaged. That tissue that is... let's say we got a bruise, the tissue on our skin, all the cells in that tissue is just damaged from the injury. And so in order for those cells to still be sufficient, we need new cells, and we need to replace those damaged cells. So let's go ahead and just move on to the next one, which is similar to this one. It's replacing the dead cells. Because every minute, there are many cells that are just kind of dying in our body, so we need to replace those cells and get new cells to keep up the sufficient nourishment in our body. So next is cells. This is very fundamental. Cells can only be a very certain small size. So in order to hold the right amount of nutrients in the body, there must be a larger amount of cells. So basically, what that means is cells are these very microscopic beings, and they can only hold a very small amount of nutrients within them. So in order for the body to have the correct amount of nutrients, or the sufficient amount of nutrients, there just needs to be a larger amount of cells to hold more nutrients. And so that's just a very fundamental concept of cells itself, and that's just why we need cell reproduction. Next, and our last one here, is to pass on traits from cell to cell. Daughter cells must have DNA and chromosomes that are identical to their parent cells. So, I noted this on the definition, and maybe I can go back to that slide here. Right here, sorry guys. Right here I said it's the copy of the original chromosomes, and I said that mitosis is the process where the DNA itself is being copied. So, let me just go back over here. So, what it's saying here is that it needs to pass on traits from cell to cell, meaning that each cell will keep up that identical DNA with no flaws and that identical fixture within our body, because that uniformity is very important. And when there are glitches or flaws in this uniformity of DNA, that is when such things as mutations can come into place. So that's a whole different topic, but basically why mitosis is really important is it allows for the DNA and chromosomes to be the same as parent cells. So that's really the importance of mitosis and the definition of mitosis. So hopefully this was helpful, and thank you for watching, guys. Bye!